Hello everyone and welcome to another content creator live stream. We are on PC again. Oh wow. Okay, well that's a good way to start. Well, we're playing 7 more tracks from the community. You guys submit your tracks. I will mention straight away that the link to submit your tracks is down below in the description on YouTube. Get your submissions in because we are going to be sort of going through them all very shortly again. Those who've subscribed, those who've submitted a track recently, so get your subscriptions in now if you want to submit something to this to potentially have it showcased. But yeah, content creator stream where we're going to be playing 7 tracks that the community have created. Say what's good, say what's not good, give my thoughts, and yeah, do what we do every single week. Is this the 24th week of doing this now? 25? I don't even know. I've lost count. But the meetup that we did this week was American vehicles. Last week, well, 2 weeks ago actually, because I took a week off because I was ill. I couldn't stream last week, but 2 weeks ago we did European cars. This week we did American cars, and then next week we're going to be doing Japanese cars for the meetup. But let's get the playlist started. And as always, if there's a long amount of time between getting the playlist started and the first race started, this is where, if you're watching on YouTube, you will see just a little bit of a cut straight into the video. No! Oh. Alright, so pretty standard track, sort of proper racing circuit to start us off. I think we've got 1 or 2 rally type circuits, 1 or 2 sort of unique circuits. I don't know whether we've got any stunt circuits this week, but as always, we've got a good amount of proper racing circuits, as we always do. We always seem to have at least 4 proper racing circuits every week, and that's really because that's the focus for this channel, is proper racing. So we've got a grapeseed circuit, which looks to that's a crash. Which it looks to have some interesting roads. Look at this. So we'll see how this goes. As always with these live streams, I focus a little bit more on the tracks than anything else, and I try to give my thoughts on the second lap onwards, what I think's good about the track, what I don't think's good, what could be improved, and hopefully it helps not only the person who created the track but also people watching who might want to make their own tracks and see similarities to their own circuit. What? Oh, okay, that's a nice bit of lag. That's a stock Italy. Interesting choice. Bold choice. Oh, is that the pit lane up there? On the right. Oh, okay, that's the pit lane. Subscriptions and donations, thank you. I shall read them in between the races. Oh, managed to skip through all of that. Wow. Okay, I mean, I'll take it. Okay, so as always, I'll wait until we get to the second lap before giving my thoughts about the track. Oh, we got people going underneath us. I heard that. That was pretty cool. That's interesting. So he's completely changed that corner from what it would normally be. As always, the links for these tracks are down below in the description for those who are watching on YouTube. And they're always in the order in which we play them. So this is the first track in the list in the description, and then so on and so forth. You guys know what this is all about now. We've done this for plenty of weeks. Alright, so second lap. It does seem like there are a lot of Grapeseed / Blaine County / Sandy Shores circuits cropping up. Oh my god, that did not go well. And I can understand why, because it is a very nice place to make a track. And I think the Cunning Stunt content creator has given a lot more options in that respect. Because, you know, Grapeseed in particular was very limited in what you could do with it. Now that we've got the sort of the stunt pieces and things like that, we now have the ability to create new routes, like you've seen in this this racetrack on its own, sort of near the end and stuff like that. But yeah, I think we are seeing an over prevalence of them. It would be nice to have a few more city circuits, because I think you can do a lot with the creator and smooth out certain sections and create new experiences, and really it's probably the city where you can do that the most. It's just that Grapeseed and Blaine County is probably, it's my favourite area to have a racetrack, and it's probably one of the nicest areas, I would say. It just works. So I can understand why people create them around here. Yeah, I like what this track's done. It is doing something different. You're going underneath and over the top of other cars at different sections. You've got sort of new sections that you wouldn't otherwise have without the content creator stuff, the stunt pieces, and like I say every single week, that's the sort of thing that you need to be doing with track creation these days to set yourself apart from just any old standard track, really. So, you know, this is a completely new experience, this piece of track that we're on right now, that you wouldn't normally get if you didn't have that stunt piece there changing the experience. So yeah, I mean, it's a good track. We've got people on the other side of the road as well. Screw off, Nero Custom. Oh, it's a night. At least that didn't affect me as bad as it did last time. The one thing that I will say is on the section that's coming up here, I mean, even that section as well. Yeah, this bit, I can see why those stunt block pieces are there, but I'm not sure they're the best solution. Those stunt pieces are no better than, you know, red and white striped barriers that we used to have on old style tracks, and I feel like we've moved on from that now to having sort of rounded apex barriers and things like that. Those apexes are fine, but you know, like the tube ends that you see on a lot of tracks these days, if those straight cut stunt pieces were just like there, for example, were just changed to those rounded pieces, it would be a lot better, I think. Apart from that though, there's some very nice smoothed off sections. The actual track creation itself is well done. Oh, I'm done. I'm gone. I'm absolutely gone. At least he waited. I was gone. Yeah, some really nice sections. Really nice smoothed off sections. I just think those little stunt blocks are the only thing that's a negative of it at this point, I would say. But apart from that, very nice creation, something fresh, well made. Checkpoint placement and spacing is all pretty good. Most of the apex barriers are pretty good as well. I like the smoothing aspect of the stunt pieces that's being used, and like I say, the new experiences that's been made with these stunt pieces. Yeah, I don't see the point in having that, to be honest. There's on some of these areas they're put there to stop curb boosting, I'm sure, but you can curb boost before and you can curb boost after. So really, this should just be left open for a better flow, I think. I'd just get rid of them all, to be honest. But yeah, nice track to start us off. Jeremiah with the 5 months in a row. Thank you so much for the subscription. And Draconis with the 260 bits. Bouncy line, best line. Yeah, that... there was one hell of a bouncy line right there. I messed that up big time, so much. Thank you so much, Draconis, for the 260 bits. I messed it up on every time. So, first track done and dusted. Nice track, works. Did Actual Panda actually bet on himself? It's because he's in the RE7B. He went full try-hard on that one. My god. Scum. Yeah. Nice track to start us off. Like I said, the links are down below. If the PC version of the game ever decides to let us continue, we shall... There we go, thank you. Okay, we'll leave this on non-contact. We'll do sports. It says Omnis works perfect. Okay, let's turn customs off and have everybody choose the Omnis. Just in case people don't have it. Everybody in an Omnis for this race. Let's do that. Alright, so we're finally into this after PC decided to... there will be a cut there as well. To point out in the YouTube video. Whilst PC sorts itself out with actually allowing people to join. But yeah, second track. When it starts. Oh my god, all the issues tonight. So the description recommended... Oh my god, great start. The description, that's a Jester. If you're in the Jester, you need to pull over and not participate. We specifically said everybody in the Omnis. Or at least don't finish the race. Anyway, this is a Race of Champions style track where we've got two different routes. Obviously, there was people on the right hand side, we were on the left. The description said perfect for the Omnis, for a Race of Champions style event, I would say. So we turned customs off and just did Omnis all the time. So we're already on the other side now. What the? Okay. I got confused. So it's like a big arena, basically. I mean, it looks very, very well made. Oh, for God's sake. I'm all off my game. There's so many issues that have happened tonight with connections and things. I'm completely off right now. I like the addition of the little jumps and things. Oh, so we are right at the back. We are in last place right now. But there you go, there's the two lanes that you can see. People going off to the right, people going off to the left. I didn't need to do an even number of laps. Some of these dual circuits you need to do an even number of laps. I didn't with this one, but I did anyway just to be on the safe side. I like it better when you don't have to do an even number of laps, to be honest. I like it in this style better. It just means that the creator has to place twice as many checkpoints, but I do think it's better like that. So yeah, for a Race of Champions style track, this is very nice. I can see how this would be a lot of fun for an event, especially if you were sort of as a spectator, being able to spectate the event itself, this would be a lot of fun. If you've got like a 1v1 format like you have with the Race of Champions stuff. Maybe a little bit long for that. Possibly, but very nicely made. Does exactly what it sets out to do very well. I don't like that on the first turn. That tyre barrier. I don't like it. I don't. It's the only negative that I can see so far. I like the layout of this, I do. Feels like a proper stadium. This is the first Race of Champions track that I've played. This dual style circuit. If you don't know what Race of Champions is, just I don't know, do a YouTube search or something. That was a mistake. I'm happy. That wasn't a mistake, that was lag. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I feel like those open sections, something better could happen with those. Might even be better with just barriers. I don't know. But yeah. If you don't know what Race of Champions is, just search on YouTube. You see what it's like. It's a really fun event. But they do it in a stadium format like this, and they do 1v1 type stuff, where one's on one side of the track and the other's on the other side. And yeah, this is the first Race of Champions style track that feels like the real Race of Champions stuff. With the stadium aspect and the two different lanes and winds inside one lane, winds inside one, and then one lane winds on the outside, and you've got the bridge going over the top and the jumps and things like that. It's really, really nice. Yeah, it's really well made, really good. I'm impressed. And these work on so many levels. Like, you can just load it up with one friend and just you and him have a race, and it gets tense because sort of you don't know where the other person who you're racing against is, because you're going on one side and he's on the other side. You don't know where they are until you pass the start finish line every time. So you can do that sort of 1v1 style format. It works with small numbers of people as well to be an entertaining, interesting race. Yeah, I like it. I'm a fan. I think we probably should have done it in regular sports cars though. A bit more speed. But I can see why the Omnus is sent to work well. I mean, the Omnus never works badly, to be fair. The Omnus is just the best for everything, in every situation. A nice little comeback through this race. Is the one side is quicker than the other, I'm sure. Oh, might not be actually. Obviously, in a race like this, your position counter varies wildly. I like how you've got the other lane right around the outside of the last corner. That's really good. Oh, we are in 5th. Wow. Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. You never know your position until the final, until you get to the start-finish straight. Because of the way that the race works. Yeah, good old race. That's why I've gone quiet. This is fun. Eighth going into the last corner. Sixth going across the line. That was cool. That was fun. Yeah, I like that track. That's really good. How it winds around itself. Yeah, really well made. Good stuff. Nice little comeback as well. Sixth for life. Yeah, really good track. Links down below in the description. This is the second track that we've done tonight. Atomic Grand Dual Circuit. Yeah, impressed. I don't like the tyre barrier at the very start though. It's the only thing. And maybe the drop down bits. But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. As always with these content creator live streams, like I said at the start, you can submit your own stuff to be played on these streams. There's no guarantee. We have people sort of going through all the races, and any that aren't very good basically don't get shown. But we've got a lot to get through as well. But yeah, you can submit your own tracks if you want, and if you think it's good enough, it might get shown. The links to do that and all the information you need is in the description. Let's do, I guess we'll do 3 laps. Let's do off-road. Alright, let's do off-roads. Bikes not raceable through water. I like that. I do like that. I always like it when off-road races have bikes not available. Like, because it just, bikes ruin the class so much. It's nice when we have tracks that are made to go through water so that bikes can't get through them. So you have to use sort of the proper off-road cars like the trophy trucks and stuff. Oh, what a scumbag! Addict, what the fuck with the subscription? Addict WTF, sorry, my language, sorry. It doesn't happen very often, but I got duped into that one. Thank you for the subscription, man. Am I your star now, or are you mine? Either way, keep up the good work, you scum. Thank you so much, man, for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Swearing scum. Sorry. Demonetized. Not family friendly. No. YouTube video flagged. Oh, man. Unpartnered. Oh, what a scumbag. Affluent Pig with the 2 months in a row as well. Thank you so much. With the Twitch Prime subscription. Obligatory. If you have Amazon Prime, you can put your Twitch account right next to it, and you can link your Twitch account to Amazon Prime, and you get a free Twitch sub every month. Just putting it out there. I say that every time now. All right, let's go to the back. Hit People are under the track. Oh yeah, there's... Oh yeah, look, there's... Look. What the... Oh wow. People... Maybe whoever created this race maybe needs to look at the start line in case there are some issues at the back of the starting grid if people are spawning under the track. I mean, this route's been used before in some other off-road races, and I quite like this route. So I'm curious to see how it works with this. Oh my god. Okay, well, I mean, we've come back through the pack nicely. At least. As always, I'll give my thoughts on the track from the second lap onwards. So far I like the route, I've always liked this route. I like those, I like these. The markers saying where to go. It's pretty good, pretty clever. Okay. Fighting for second. As always, wouldn't be fighting for first, would we? Second for life. Oh, there's the water section. That has literally been done just to stop bikes being usable, and then I like that. I like this section. This is fun. This is something a bit different. I wonder how... Oh wow. This has taken a very, very different turn. Look at this. This is... This is very, very different. Oh no! Panda, you scum! Oh man, I saved it. Okay, that was interesting. Not very often you see people sort of go away from the dead tracks, the road. Oh. Oh wow, okay. That's different. Wow. This is a crazy race. I'm kind of regretting putting 3 laps now because it is definitely going to be way too long. But looks like this stream might be a longer one, or certainly the video afterwards. And there we go, there's a lap done. So yeah, this is something very different to what we're used to seeing with off-road tracks. Normally, I mean, you could say we're used to seeing rally tracks. Oh, whoops. Yeah, you could say that what we normally play when it comes to using dirt roads is rally tracks, and for rally tracks you would expect that you're gonna follow the dirt roads more often. You're not really going to be going anywhere else because that's kind of what a rally track is. But this feels like a sort of a proper off-roading track. You know, we have the section at the start, like this bit where we're just following the dirt roads like a normal rally track would, but we have some regular road sections as well. And then we've got sort of the second part where it becomes very, very off-roady. I'm surprised it was set to sports by default, to be honest. It doesn't feel like much of a track that would do so well in sports. I feel like it should just be off-road vehicles. Especially the latter half of the circuit. It's very, very bumpy, very difficult. It's more a case of like trying to get through it than anything else, especially with the water sections and going up and down hills and mountain sides and stuff like that. Interesting track. I like the signposts. The signage is very well done. Leaves you in sort of no doubt of where you need to go, and I think that's very important when it comes to these sorts of tracks because, I mean, that's just the nature of the circuits really, isn't it? It's difficult to know exactly where you're meant to be going until you've played it through it once or twice at least anyway. And I think the signage definitely helps. Helped me on the first lap. Here we go into the sort of the more off-road section. Yeah, this is really cool. I like this. Never really driven on this part of the map before, I think. Certainly never raced on it. This is good, it's fresh.
Oh, what a scumbag!
Pay for the subscription. I'll read it afterwards. Damn it! We all had issues. We all went too quick on that section. Should have just took it easy. Just as the front pack was closing up as well. Yeah, water sections are good. This is a good race. Yeah, this is really good. A true off-road race. This is pretty cool as well. Damn it. Oh, sweet Jesus. Can we not? Should have put this on 2 laps. I normally try to do 10 miles for each track, which I'm not quite fond of that section, I've got to say. Which under normal circumstances is around 6 to 8 minutes per track. This is 12 miles with the 3 laps, but because we're off-road we're going at a much slower pace to cover those 12 miles, so that's why it's turned into a bit of a longer race. It's a good track. Not an awful lot more I can say, I think. There are a few dodgy sections, I would say, with some of the transitions. They're a bit tricky. But if it was trying to be a rally track, I would say that's a problem. But it feels like it's... Why does it always go well on the first lap and then it just gets progressively worse every single lap beyond that? Yeah, it's playing exactly to its strengths. It's trying to be an off-road circuit. I don't know why off-roads isn't the default vehicle class, to be honest. It should be. Because this is a proper off-road circuit. And it's good because we haven't really seen much of that sort of thing before in these content creator streams. It's always been more rally style circuits. I just don't think. It always seems to be the case when I ever do an off-road race like this. I always do okay on the first lap, and then just go terrible on the next laps after that. And I think it's because I just don't concentrate. Like on the first lap, I'm concentrating because it's all new, and I take it a little bit easier. And then on the second and third laps, I assume I know it, and then I just go as quick as I can. It's always the same. There's somewhat of an art to this style of off-road race. I'll be a little bit more conservative. And I definitely do not do it successfully. Oh, there's little ramps and things there as well. I wonder if you can use those if you're in regular cars. I bet there's all sorts of different lines to take around this section that would help or hinder. And I don't know
what
anything.
a scumbag!
I like that. I like the concept. Okay, let's just take it a little bit easier on this section. Let's not be stupid about it. There we go. Let's try and get this right as well. Let's... Oh my god. Of course. The braking I haven't gotten right on that section at all. Hit a bump and then you're just gone. No braking allowed. Subaru absolutely dominated this race. And I went over the finish line upside down. That works. Yeah, good track. Nice off-roading circuit. I'm impressed. Sorry with the subscription. I have no idea how Twitch works, but Amazon gives subs and quality is hard to find. Quality chokes, that is. Thank you so much, Sorry333. I appreciate it. And Shmika with the 15 months as well. Haven't watched a stream in a while. Glad to see some things don't change. Of course. Of course. Thank you so much, Shmika. Thank you guys for the subs. I don't know whether all the subs are coming through. I saw Jimmy89 on the chat, but it hasn't come through on stream labels. Yeah, I don't know why that is. Master Hitman with the subscription with Twitch Prime as well. For some reason, the alerts aren't coming through for some people, and then they are for others. That's annoying. Thank you guys who are subscribing and not getting it shown. Yeah, that's weird. I can repeat that one.
Oh, what a scumbag!
Okay. So yeah, good track. Jesus, we're only 3 in. We've been at this for a while. We've still got 4 more tracks to go. Let's do custom stunt race for supercars. It's locked to supers. We'll do 3 laps. Okay, we'll follow up. Let's just go for it. Have I fully upgraded this? I feel like it would be best for the job. I'm hoping I have. Let's go for it. 4 more tracks to go and then Patreon indeed. Patreon tracks after this. The PC Patreon tracks anyway. Yeah, to mention about the subscriptions not going through. Twitch have recently changed the way that they do subscriptions and things, so I feel like that's probably causing a few issues with regards to alerts not working quite perfectly yet. Maybe there's some bugs that need fixing because of the new changes that Twitch have made and things like that. So like I said, apologies to anybody who is subscribing or has done the resubs and hasn't got their message shown. My apologies. Okay, what was that in my peripheral vision on the left? So the good news is, I think, oh my days, what on earth? What? Oh wow. Okay. Okay, what? Oh wow. Yeah, this is good. This is good. This is cool. Oh, the transitions are beautiful as well. This is another example of one of those very, very well made stunt tracks that so many people who make stunt tracks just do not do. Everything just flows beautifully. There's a little bit of challenge to it as well. Ah, this is good. This is very good. Okay, second lap. Let's compose myself and actually think about this. Very visually impressive. The first part of the track, this bit, feels very open, but it is around grapeseed, so there's not an awful lot you can get wrong doing a track around here. Obviously, if this was trying to be a proper racing circuit, you would be right for saying that it has a significant lack of props. But because it's not, this is a not bad introduction. And I think that whole aspect of doing this normal circuit originally, like, I really, really like that. It starts off as a pretty normal circuit, and then you turn a corner and you're greeted with this. You see it first, pretty visually impressive that you see the entire thing, and then you get to race around this. Transitions are very well done. Transitions are great. This is what a lot of people who make the stun circuits don't get really. There's some challenge to it, but it's not. It feels like care and attention's been taken, and you can always tell these really well made stun circuits to the really bad ones. Very easy to tell. And we've had very few very well made stun circuits throughout the course of these streams. I still think that one that we had on Xbox a few weeks ago is the best one I've ever played, but this is certainly up there with the other PC one that was very good. Yeah, the checkpoints leave something. The checkpoints are the worst thing about this track, I would say. Everything else is very well made and very well done. It is a shame that it's locked to supers. I imagine if it's been tested as well as it has, the checkpoints here are absolutely awful, by the way. This is the worst part for the checkpoints. But again, you can kind of forgive it a little bit because it's not trying to be a proper racing circuit, but it doesn't follow the standard guidelines of checkpoint placement. They're too close together. And on the stunt bits, the stunt section, I noticed the checkpoints were a bit off as well. You could have had more in a few sections and things like that. But
Oh, what a scumbag!
what was I saying? I completely forgot what I was saying. Damn it! Oh yeah, the fact that it's locked to supers. I imagine that if it's been tested well enough to have all these very nice transitions and things, I imagine it's been tested well enough such that anything other than supers really doesn't work. But then I would question, I imagine it's that jump at the very start, that's the only thing that means that it's locked to supers. But I would say that some of the higher powered sports cars could do that, and some of the lower powered supercars couldn't do that. But I think surely there's not an awful lot to choose between the top supers and the top sports. Surely it should still be possible to do it with sports. This is an interesting one. That checkpoint there, that's an example of what I was saying about the bad checkpoints. And you got a checkpoint there that says you're going backwards. You need at least a few more checkpoints around that corner. Or one at the top and then one down here or something. There's no checkpoints around this area. Need a few more checkpoints in the tubes. The checkpoints are the worst part about this. Yeah, a few of the higher powered sports classics even. Exactly, the Turismo Classic and stuff. But what I was going to say was, is it worth it? That long jump at the start, if it was made just a little bit shorter, I feel like that would be a worthy trade-off to allow more classes. You know, muscle, for example. If a stunt track can have muscle on it, then I think that's good, because it would make muscle cars make everything better. Did I just win it? Wow. Okay. No chokes. No chokes. Flawless before that. Yeah, I like that track. I do. Yeah, I think that's a really nice track. It looks visually very impressive. It feels visually very nice to it feels physically very nice to drive. The transitions are excellent. Like I say, the visuals are impressive, especially that when you round the first corner the first time that you play it and you see it all in front of you. Very impressive. Checkpoints could do with some work, but I think that's about it. But I would also say maybe the first jump could be made a little bit shorter and allow different cars to be used. The angle's too steep to place a checkpoint on that turn at the top. That's why the checkpoint's at the bottom. Yeah, but the checkpoint isn't until you get to the tube. It's like, it's way gone. It's even after you get through the other tube section. It's completely out of it. But yeah, thanks for all the GGs in the chat, guys. Wasn't expecting that. Made with a 17 months in a row. That Insomnia video is pretty good. You hear about the Forza Hot Wheels expansion. A stream on that would be lit out of 10. I haven't. I actually have to look that up. Thank you for the 17 months, man. In my thanks for all the GGs. Got a good win there in my sleeper Nero custom. Modified for performance, but not for anything else. Yeah, visually very impressive track. That's a very good stunt track. We've played quite a lot of stunt tracks, I think, throughout the course of these playlists, and I've probably not liked as many as I've actually liked. And there's been very, very, very few very good ones, but that is in that category. Thank you, Mid, for the 17 months. We haven't done a muscle car race yet. 152. Let's leave it on muscle. We'll do 5 laps. Maybe we should do sports. We haven't done a sports race. No, let's do 6 laps.
Oh, what a scumbag!
We'll do 7 laps and we'll do sports because we haven't done a regular sports race yet. I like how I turn Slipstream off and people still say Slipstream's on. I'll just leave it for a bit. Let me gather my thoughts. Ace Master with the 117, my first ever Twitch donation. Always loved your content. Keep up the great work, Bruffy. Thank you so much, Ace Master, for the 170 donation. Thank you so much, and the kind words. I appreciate it. I would like to give Micro Machines a bit of a look, yeah. Centoria Raven with the 22 months as well. 22 months. 22 months, that's a long time. Thank you so much for the subscription. And again, sorry to anybody who is giving subscriptions and it's not coming up. Can only apologise if that's the case. I've only seen a few, but sorry. Stupid Twitch changing their subscription system with $9.99 donations and whatnot. Subscriptions, sorry. Oh man, I've been totally off my game tonight. So, this is supposedly Laguna Seca. We'll see. I'm gonna go off at the start on this one, not go to the back, because I really am curious about this track. Oh, of course. Of course. God almighty. Scumbag checkpoint. It's typical when I say, because I want to go off at the start. It would do that, wouldn't it? See how the corkscrew is. Yeah, well that was all, wasn't it? I've done my fair share of racing on Laguna Seca in various racing games since I was about 13. So this is an interesting test because I've always said how much I hate recreations of real world tracks in GTA because I'm forever comparing it to the real life version and it never ever feels like it. Lovely. See, this is why I wanted to go off at the start, so I could get a proper feel of the track. Why is the checkpoint on the inside of that? Is it inviting people to cut across it? In the pit lane, it looks accurate. There's that. It looks very accurate to how it should be. It doesn't feel exactly how it should be. It probably feels as close as you're ever going to get for GTA. But that's the trouble. Oh. You're trying to create something from the real world in GTA, and because you're creating it in GTA, it's never going to feel like it. Because it's GTA. And that's why real world tracks never work in this game. In my opinion. I don't like them. And although I can appreciate this for what it is, and I can appreciate that it does seem rather accurate, certainly visually, it still suffers from the same problem that all of the real world tracks do, in that you're trying to create it in GTA. And because of that, it doesn't feel like it. You can curb boost, you can do all the normal GTA things. I want to see what it's like to go on the outside of this next corner. There is less grip out there, but I imagine the better line would be to find a little bit of a balance where you can extend a bit of the track there. I still maintain that they just don't work. Real world tracks in GTA just don't work. They can look as good as you want, as good as they can look as accurate as possible. And they can be, from a creation standpoint, as accurate as possible. But they just don't work for me. I much prefer the whole idea of, see, you can, the best line on GTA is to go on the outside of that corner, the quicker line. You can curb boost all over the place. You're not getting the feeling of. I can see why people make them. I can see why people might like to race them.
Oh,
as well,
what a scumbag!
They're not for me. They really aren't. I much prefer tracks that are inspired by other circuits than completely copied, because it just doesn't work. And the problem is, I think, trying so hard to get it to be a real life track takes away some potential for it to just be a good circuit of its own accord. You got to make so many compromises in the sort of, you know, getting the transitions right, getting the stunt pieces to be perfectly aligned, or making it feel exactly like the real world version, that it doesn't look as good as what other tracks could. And yeah, I don't mind it, and it's probably one of the better track recreations I've played, but I still maintain that track recreations of real world tracks in GTA, they just don't work. Honestly, I still don't. This hasn't persuaded me that it's a good thing. I wouldn't be bothered if I never raced it again, basically. I think it takes away from it, and you're always comparing it to the real world track, and nothing you can do in GTA will get you close. to what that real world track is in terms of the way that it feels to drive. Because the games are too different. But I can appreciate it. It is one of the most accurate track recreations I've ever played. And I am impressed by that alone. Definitely. Corkscrew is very bumpy though, more than it is in real life. It's okay. Before you start, this is my only Ennis car. Do you mean Annis? And the track is called Annis Laguna Seca. Scumbag Elegy Scum. Hello from Mexico, bruv. Hello! Gasoline with a 4 months in a row. Here's another one. Hello, man. Thank you so much for the subscription. 4 months in a row. Thank you so much. Yeah, if that's what you like, then it's okay. It works. But, yeah, not for me, personally. From a personal standpoint, anyway. Chilling in Vegas watching Bruffy. Good stuff. Wish I was in Vegas. That was as close as you can get in GTA. I agree with that statement. I do agree with that statement. That was as close as you can get to Laguna Seca in GTA. But it still just doesn't work for me. Let's do muscle. And we'll do 4 laps, I think. So, 2 to go. I don't know how long we've been going at this. For those who watch it on YouTube, we do like half an hour or so before the YouTube portion of the stream starts, where we do the meetup and have some fun and just chill out a little bit. So, I don't know how long we've been doing the content creator live stream portion of this, but I feel like this might be a little bit longer than the usual 1.5 hours. We'll see though. We'll see. "22 hours left." We're not doing a 24-hour stream now. Already done that. Never again. I don't think I'll ever do a 24-hour stream again. No, I probably will, but not on my own. Okay, that's one way to do it. See, that's where people make the mistake. If anyone watches what I just did there, if anyone ever gets involved in crashes at the start of races all the time and you get frustrated, just watch that bit back. See what I did? All I did is I just slowed down, watched what was going on ahead of me, waited for an opportunity where all the crashes happened, because everybody else would just go in full speed, even though there's people in front of them and there's nowhere to go. You just played smart. That's unlucky. Sometimes slower is faster. Show a bit of patience. Interesting track so far. Ooh, I like that. This is fun. Hairpins are always causing issues. If there's a hairpin on a track in a stream race, crashes will happen. I knew it. I absolutely knew it. Okay. Second lap, I can give my thoughts. So, I mean, this is interesting because we got quite a lot of new road. It feels like it's sort of, on first look, at least from the impression I got on the first lap, sort of 70% stunt pieces, 30% regular road. And it's in a section where you wouldn't very often have a race around. The highway section like this, there's not an awful lot going on around here to be able to make a regular race. So it's got that part of it going for it, I guess, you know, that aspect of something new. And I like how it's winding around. It's very hairpin filled. That's obviously the style of the circuit, but I do often like. We'll take that opportunity. Duke of Death, not a good option if you're up against Pisswater Dominators and Sabre Turbos. Sabre Turbo Customs, that is. Yeah, this is fresh. It's something new. Fun track to have a little race. I feel like it works well in Muscle. I can't see any major issues with anything, prop placement or things like that. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Okay. I can't see any major issues, I said. That was lucky. That was lucky that I caught it at the right moment. At least you can get past it. Train. We're not playing G-Fred. At least you can sort of pull in tight and get past it anyway. It doesn't completely block the road, but there we go. I think that is actually the first time I've ever personally encountered the train. I've seen it before from spectate, like when I've been spectating someone after a race is finished, but I've never actually seen the train in a race before. I messed that up big time until now, so that was fun. Yeah, it's a fun track. It's unique. First time I've encountered the train. Okay, I didn't mean of all ever. I mean, obviously G-Fred excluded. I always get it in G-Fred. But, I mean, in a regular race like this where you've got a regular track that goes through the train tracks, that's the first time I've ever been affected by it. What the? Sabre Turbo Customs with their traction. God damn it. I just got wrecked by Sabre Turbo Customs. Trade with the $1. I am your issues. Thanks for the donation. Yeah, fun track. Not an awful lot more I can really say beyond that, I think. There's the train again. Why is the train spawning so frequently? It's never normally this frequent. Yeah, good. He usually spawns like that when there's a spectator in the race. Ah, okay. Yes, Benimi, you made up for the previous race with your Duke of Death. Duke of Death's actually got really good acceleration with the mid-drive speed boost anyway. Maybe it's quite good on the hairpins there. Although those are two of the testers for the tracks, so they probably know the track already. But yeah, nice track. That's the 6th track in the list. One more to go. Interesting choice of vehicle, this one. Yeah, the top speed does very much let down the Duke of Death. I haven't done the tiny racers yet, but I've seen it, and I've seen Zexy play it, and I don't know. It's probably going to be fun for like one race. All right, last one. I feel like we should probably put non-contact on this one. Supers? Do we really want supers? We've had supers so much. We've had sports. We've had... Let's do sports classics. And let's do... yeah, 7 laps works. tiny races is not fun for even one race. Okay, fair enough. Wait, customs were off. Ah, okay. Well, that means we can use the Z type. I didn't realize customs were off. Did I turn them off? Oh. Okay, never mind. My bad. Benimi rip. Benimi got disconnected from the playlist win. It's unfortunate. I won't get the boost. And go as far back as that ends up being. Okay. I feel like even though the Sterling GT doesn't have the spare tyre on the back for its added traction, it's probably still going to be king on a track like this. Acceleration and traction oriented, it seems. Although there are a few straights. Oh my god. That is awful. That is so bad. Anderson, thank you for the 100 bits. Play Tiny Races. Well, we've got a lot of things to do in this stream, so I probably won't get a chance to play it today. We'll see how it goes. We got to do all the Patreon tracks next, so thank you for the bits, though. Okay, so a pretty short circuit. It's called Saline Flats Autodrome, so you know, I get the idea with this. Very sort of compact, meant to be kind of stadium type circuit. It is in quite a fresh location for this sort of thing. Obviously on the airfield, Travers Airfield in Sandy Shores, so it's pretty straightforward of a track, but it works. It does what it sets out to do. I don't know whether I would like it. I don't know whether I feel like it should be a dual circuit. I'm so used to seeing these style of circuits be a dual circuit with the two different routes, but I guess they don't have to be. I mean, it's very close, very nicely made. Oh, bollocks. I was reading the chat. Do the pit lane once. Okay, I'll do that. I guess this is the pit lane. Oh, clever. Oh my god. So many slowdown zones. Oh, too many slowdown zones. Oh my god. He knew. He knew when he suggested that I did the pit lane that there were so many slowdown zones. Oh, that was awful. God damn it. So far back now. I like the slowdown zone at the start. That was clever to slow you down. But then there was far too many slow... He knew as well, he did. He just typed in the chat, he. Scumbag. The first one was good because it stopped you smashing into the wall. Way too many after that. Way too many. That was horrible going through that. Let's never go through that pit lane again. I don't really have an awful lot to say about this one. It does what it sets out to do pretty well. It's a fairly nice stadium style circuit. Bollocks. Again, reading the chat. I think it's very nicely made. The apex barriers are nice. I like that sort of chicane section there as well. Probably would be even better in faster cars. Yeah, it's good. Not an awful lot of issues apart from the ridiculous amounts of slowdown zones in the pit lane. I'm not sort of amazed. And nothing about the track is screaming to me, this is incredible. But the track itself is very nice. I like the signs and the visuals that it's got. And it does exactly what it's set out to do. Yeah, it's good. I've messed that up. I have not driven very well though. I like how everybody in the chat is trying to get me to go through the pits again. That car looks a bit damaged, you should go through the pits. Oh, the left lane on the pit exit is actually faster, you should try it. It is an overall good racing experience, yes. I think that's a good way to summarise. Do you know what? I bet that me going through the pit lane has ruined my chance of getting second place in the playlist. Damn it, messed it up again. I kept trying to go through it at full speed, but I don't think. It probably is possible if you get everything absolutely bang on perfect. But it's not something I'm going to do. Yeah, I like it. We've had some good tracks tonight. We have. As always, good tracks from the PC side. And the Corkit Classic with the fastest lap, good stuff. The links for all these tracks are in the description for those who are watching this on YouTube. They are down below in the order that we've done them, so this was the last one. If you want to get these on your own game and give them a go, feel free to click those links and add them to your game. If you want to submit your own circuit, feel free to do that. The link for that is in the description as well. I feel like it's been a long one. I've been slightly off with the PC, with the issues that we had with joining the lobbies and whatnot at the start. But there's another week of content creator live streams done. Another round of them done as well. And we are back next week on PS4. So we're starting again. PS4, Xbox One, PC, every single week. That's the order that we go in. So, yeah. I did miss out on second place. God damn it. Third for life. Okay, guys. That shall be it for the content creator live stream for YouTube. Now it's time for some more Twitch fun. See, if you're watching this, all of you watching this on YouTube, if you were watching this on Twitch, you'll be able to see some more races now. But because you're not, bye bye.